So hello and welcome to another Charticulator video. This time we're going to create a Lollipop chart. Lollipop charts are similar to bar charts but have different elements that display the information a little bit different. So let's get started. Okay guys, as you see behind me, a Lollipop chart is very similar to a bar chart, but instead of having a rectangular it has a line, and then you can have items at the end that it could be images, icons and things that displays the information a different way, perhaps a little bit more modern way to show it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create this. We're going to create it not in Power BI but in Charticulator web, and then you have this file for download, so don't worry, you will be able to get this information and see how it is done in Power BI. You will get the data, the template, everything. So just go to Curbal.com, resources, download center, and in Charticulator folder you'll find everything. Okay, let's get started. So let's go to Charticulator, because we're going to do it in the web. It is a bigger screen and it is easier to do demos here. You can do the same thing on Power BI, no difference. It's just everything is small. So this is exactly what we're going to create. We're going to create a slightly different data. This is Olympic data for some African countries. So how do we do it? We go first to Charticulator, launch the application, and then we're going to drop the data. You have this file from download, don't worry, so you can follow along. Okay, so the basic element of a Lollipop chart is actually a line. So for a bar chart it's a rectangle, for a line chart is actually a line. So we're going to draw a line. You see it in there. Make sure that you have it in the middle of those three elements. Then we're going to stack these as y-axis, and we're going to start to see the information. I'm going to drop a text which is going to be our axis, our y-axis, and I'm going to move these, the guide to the end because we want to hook it to the end, and then zoom in a little bit, and we're going to put the text in there. And this is going to be our countries. Just put it in there. We can make this a little bit smaller. Now, for the length of the line chart, we're obviously going to use the number of medals. So this is the number of medals won by the Olympics. So we put the number of medals in there, and then you just start seeing that the information is starting to take shape. If you click on the plot segment, you have the possibility to sort. We're going to sort by default, by number of medals. And the next thing that we want to do is we want to add a symbol to the end of the line of the Lollipop chart. The Lollipop chart, it looks like a lollipop. So normally you have a circle. We're going to add the circle. You could add an icon. You could add different elements. So here we just go in here and drop it. Everything normally snaps to the middle, but you can change it. We want to have the circle at the end, so it is a Lollipop chart. And then we're going to have the number of medals as, let me put this up here. So we want to have, we're for this circle, so we want to have the number of medals as size. Most of these elements in here, you can drop fields into it, and that's how you will shape it, which is quite cool. So you can see that the size of the circles change. And for the field, which is the color, we want to have the medal type. And here I'm going to start coloring. So silver should be silver. Bronze, we should have probably like a brownish thing. And then gold, we should have like a yellow. I don't have a yellow, but hopefully that will do. So, okay. So now for the line, we want to have a little bit thicker lines, and then for the color we want to have the medals again, so it will start looking the same. And then we want to do the same for the text. I want to have the medals as color. Quite nice. Okay, now we want to know how many medals, right? We don't want just to have the size, we want to know how many medals each country won. So the first thing I'm going to do is make this a little bit smaller because we're not going to get place. And then on here, I'm going to add a new text. Again, it will drop in the middle, but hey, easily moved. So, and now you hook it to the circle, so you can snap it to something. Otherwise, Charticulator will not know where. And then I'm going to make a little bit of text because we're going to get an image in the middle. So that text is going to be actually, let's format it. It's going to be the number of medals. Again, we need to remove the decimals. We put a 0 there. And then we want to have the color again by the medal. We're going all in with this. First model, outline. No, maybe no. It will disappear. How about we get the color black, grayish? Yeah, I think that's a better one. Okay. Now I'm going to add an image so we can actually see the medal. And images are a bit tricky, to be honest, but okay, let's give it a go. So again, it snaps in the middle. To be able to snap it into, oh, now it snaps a lot easier than before. Ooh, good. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's a lot harder. So now we have an image that we can connect. Now, when working with images, you need to have, for now, a file, an image file stored on your computer, and you need to bind that. So I'm going to show you. You will see here, if you click on the image, well, first we need to say that this is going to be medals. So then it will understand that the type of medals is silver, bronze, and gold, and it will ask you for a file. So I have it already. This is the silver. This is the bronze. And this is the gold one, which is a little bit of a pity. You know, I would love to have the same as we have, tag it as an image URL and, you know, point somewhere on the web. Or do like base 65, so we don't have to have the actual file on the computer. So I have left that feedback on Charticulator GitHub. Let's see what they do. Hopefully they will be able to implement it. But as you can see, it works beautifully. Now, I think we need to just do the text a little bit bigger for the number, and then we're going to put in here. We're going to add a legend, and then we're good to go. Here we're going to put Olympic medals. I think this was from 2000 and something. I don't know. I don't know the year, so let's not guess it. To add a legend, you click in there, and then I guess just maybe click on it, and then medal, and then create the legend. It's always going to put the legend up here. And for a Lollipop chart or bar chart, it's not the best place because the highest values often are at the top. So we're going to create a guide to move it. You know, we need to anchor it. I cannot anchor it here because it's too low. We need to create a new guide. This is what I understood that you do. First, you select guide. It was a little bit tricky. And then you need to say where you want to guide it. So you click in there. Once you have it there, that does not set the guide. You still need to drop it again in there. And now we have a guide. So now we can go in there and put our legend down there instead. And this guide, we don't want to see it. It says here that it won't be visible, so we're good to go. And the last thing I would like to do is to change the chart color, so like that. Not very elegant, but it will do for now. So that's the way it looks. Now, one thing that I would like to do is to be able to sort the legend. I did not find anywhere on the attributes to sort it, so I left the feedback on Charticulator GitHub, and let's see if they can implement it. It will also be nice to have the medals in here instead of the bubbles. I don't see the possibility to have images in here, so for now it's not possible, but still, it's quite neat. Okay, so remember, all the files are available at Curbal.com resources and then download center. So just go there and pick them up. You have the Power BI file, the template, an image. You have everything that you need, the data, so you can create your own and practice with Charticulator. Okay, I will see you again next week with another Charticulator video. Let me know if there's any specific Charticulator you would like. Be nice, I'm still learning this thing. So I'll see you next week. Bye bye.